On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Unconventional.
Not following traditional or commonly accepted beliefs, practices, or customs, not conforming to established norms or standards.
Examples:
In an unconventional manner. Unconventional ideas. Her unconventional approach to teaching has been a hit with the students.
Cut off.
A point or level beyond which something will not be tolerated or allowed, the act of stopping or interrupting the supply of something.
Examples:
Cut-off frequency. A cut-off point. The cut-off date for submitting applications was fast approaching.
Pajama.
A pair of loose pants with a matching top, worn for sleeping or lounging.
Examples:
Care pajama. Pajama pants. My little sister loves to have pajama parties with her friends on the weekends.
Watercolor.
A painting method in which pigments are mixed with water and a binder and then applied to paper or another support.
Examples:
Framed watercolor. Watercolor landscape. The watercolor painting had a soft, dreamy quality to it.
Pasty.
A type of baked pastry that typically consists of a filling of meat, vegetables, or other ingredients, enclosed in a pastry shell. Adjective, pale, lacking in color, or dull.
Examples:
Pasty face. Cornish pasty. I plan to pick up a chicken pasty at that bakery on my way home from work.
Writ.
A written legal order or command.
Examples:
A writ of summons. Issue a writ. He was served with a writ of eviction, giving him the notice to vacate the property.
Artifact.
A person-made object, especially one of historical or cultural interest.
Examples:
Paleolithic artifacts. Peruvian artifacts. The museum has a vast collection of Greek artifacts.
Gutter.
A channel along the edge of a road or structure for carrying away rainwater.
Examples:
Gutter system. A building gutter. The gutter on the roof's edge was clogged with leaves, causing water to overflow.
Tattered.
Worn, torn, or ragged in appearance or condition, usually as a result of long use or hard wear, frayed or falling apart.
Examples:
Tattered clothes. Tattered umbrella. The tattered book was falling apart at the seams from being read too many times.
Footprint.
A mark of a foot, shoe, or animal's foot left on a surface.
Examples:
Footprints in the snow. The footprints of an earlier civilization. We choose transportation that has a smaller carbon footprint.
Montage.
A sequence of images, sounds, or clips that are combined to convey a particular message or emotion.
Examples:
Montage sequence. Photographic montage. The film used a montage of images to show the progress of the character's journey over time.
Human-made.
Created or produced by humans, artificial.
Examples:
Human-made climate change. The worst human-made disaster. The bridge is a human-made structure and was built to span the river.
Limestone.
A sedimentary rock that is composed mainly of calcium carbonate, which is the mineral calcite.
Examples:
Sheer limestone cliffs. Limestone pavement. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built using blocks of limestone.
Trait.
A particular feature of your nature.
Examples:
Chemical trait. Personality traits. Multiple genes may influence behavioral traits concurrently.
Swirl.
To move in a circular or spiral pattern.
Examples:
Swirl the wine. Swirl up dirt and dust. The chef expertly swirled the sauce onto the plate.
Snowy.
Characterized by or covered in snow, consisting of or producing snow, often used to describe wintry landscapes or weather conditions.
Examples:
Snowy mountain. Snowy landscape. Children love to play outside in the snowy weather.
Flutter.
To wave or flap quickly and lightly. Noun, the act of moving back and forth.
Examples:
Flutter around finding. A flutter of a bird. The butterfly fluttered its wings gracefully.
Methamphetamine.
Commonly known as meth or crystal meth, a powerful and highly addictive stimulant drug that affects the central nervous system.
Examples:
Methamphetamine addiction. Fatal methamphetamine overdose. The use of methamphetamine has been linked to several mental health disorders.
Addict.
A person who cannot stop using or doing something as a habit, especially something harmful.
Examples:
A drug addict. Internet addict. We have become TV addicts due to video streaming services.
Sassy.
Rude and showing a lack of respect, energetic, bold, and full of spirit.
Examples:
A sassy child. Talk sassy to the teacher. My son has been getting sassy recently.
Wig.
A head covering made of synthetic or real hair worn for a variety of reasons, including as a fashion accessory, to conceal hair loss or baldness, or as part of a costume.
Examples:
Curly wig, blonde wig. She decided to wear a pink wig to the costume party.
Outermost.
Farthest from the center or the inside, located on or relating to the outer part or surface of something.
Examples:
Outermost boundary, outermost shell. The outermost layer of the planet's atmosphere is extremely thin.
Bowhead.
A large, baleen whale species typically found in Arctic and subarctic regions, known for its distinctive, arched upper jaw.
Examples:
Arctic bowhead, bowhead hunt. The bowhead whale is known for its massive size and long lifespan.
Springtime.
The season of the year between winter and summer, typically associated with the blooming of flowers, growth of plants, and milder weather.
Examples:
Springtime blooms, springtime breeze. I love going for walks in the park during springtime.
Harpoon.
A spear-like weapon used for fishing or hunting sea creatures such as whales or sharks. A sharp tool used for piercing or impaling something. Verb, to hunt or capture a fish or other sea creature using a spear-like instrument called a harpoon.
Examples:
Harpoon fishing, harpoon the giant octopus. The whaling industry declined as countries began to ban the use of harpoons.
Supple.
Flexible and easy to bend or move, gracefully agile, adaptable or responsive to change or new ideas.
Examples:
Supple muscles, supple leather. The ballerina's supple movements left the audience mesmerized.
Butcher.
A person who prepares and sells meat, especially at a retail shop. A person who kills or slaughters animals, especially for food. A person who engages in the relentless or brutal treatment of others.
Examples:
Butcher knife, local butcher. He's a vegetarian and was shocked to see so much meat in the butcher shop.
Tripod.
A three-legged stand, typically one with a platform for a camera or other equipment.
Examples:
Tripod mic stand, tripod mount. The photographer set up his camera on a tripod to take the shot.
Adrenaline.
Also epinephrine, a substance secreted by the adrenal medulla in response to stress, which makes the heart beat faster and prepares the body to react to danger.
Examples:
Adrenaline receptor, adrenaline addiction. The band has released a lot of adrenaline-pumping rock music.
Heartbeat.
The regular movement or sound of the heart as it sends blood around the body, an animating or vital unifying force.
Examples:
Heartbeat abnormality. A pounding heartbeat. New York is the commercial heartbeat of America.
Narrator.
A person who tells a story, especially in a book or film.
Examples:
First-person narrator. The narrator of the TV program. The narrator makes use of the local dialect.
Omniscient.
Having complete or unlimited knowledge, awareness, or understanding.
Examples:
Omniscient being. Omniscient point of view. An omniscient narrator knows everything about the story and the characters.
Nuanced.
Characterized by subtle differences in appearance, meaning, sound, etc.
Examples:
Nuanced view. The common but nuanced opinion. The sommelier can distinguish nuanced variants in the flavor of the wine.
Intersect.
To meet or cross one another.
Examples:
Intersect at a point. Railways intersect the country. Her multidisciplinary works intersect music and picture with writing.
Arctic.
Of or relating to the region around the North Pole or the Arctic Ocean, very cold.
Examples:
Arctic ice. High Arctic. Cold temperatures and long, dark winters characterize the Arctic climate.
Signify.
To indicate, represent, or communicate something, especially an idea or concept, often through a symbol, gesture, or word.
Examples:
Signify importance. Actions that signify agreement. The red lights on the dashboard signify that the car needs maintenance.
Playful.
Having a light-hearted, mischievous, or fun-loving nature, displaying a sense of enjoyment or amusement, characterized by a desire for entertainment or play.
Examples:
Playful puppy. Playful children. The children couldn't contain their playful excitement at seeing the new playground.
Reminiscent.
Making you remember someone or something, relating to the recall of personal interests.
Examples:
Reminiscent of ancient times. Reminiscent smile. His painting style is reminiscent of Monet's.
Whittle.
To carve or cut away small pieces of wood, stone, or other materials with a knife or other sharp tool, to gradually reduce or diminish something.
Examples:
Whittle wooden toys. Whittle down expenses. The skilled craftsman used a pocket knife to whittle a small figurine from a wood block.
Carcass.
The dead body of an animal, especially one that has been killed for food.
Examples:
Examine a carcass. Carcass disposal. The animal's carcass was found in the forest, most likely killed by a predator.
Chainsaw.
A mechanical saw with a rotating chain, typically used for cutting down trees or other large objects.
Examples:
Use a chainsaw. Sharpen a chainsaw. The lumberjack used his chainsaw to chop through the tree's thick trunk.
Blubber.
To speak or cry in a way that is noisy, emotional, and often difficult to understand. To sob or weep uncontrollably. Noun, a thick layer of fat that lies under the skin of marine mammals such as whales, seals, and walruses.
Examples:
Blubber uncontrollably. Seal blubber. The child began to blubber when he dropped his ice cream cone.
Baleen.
Whalebone, or a flexible material made from keratin that is used by whales, and some other animals, to filter krill and other small organisms from seawater.
Examples:
Baleen bristles. Baleen plates. The whale's baleen filters out small organisms for the animal to eat.
Nestle.
To settle comfortably or cozily into a place.
Examples:
Nestle deeper against him. Nestle in a cozy spot. The cat nestled in my lap and fell asleep.
Wacky.
Funny in a slightly odd, peculiar, irregular way.
Examples:
Wacky value. Wacky plan for selling more books. His friend was a pretty wild and wacky character.
Materialistic.
Concerned primarily with material possessions rather than spiritual or intellectual values, adhering to a philosophy that places a high value on material goods or wealth.
Examples:
Materialistic lifestyle. Materialistic values. Some people believe that the pursuit of wealth is a materialistic goal.
Inflate.
To fill something with air or gas so that it becomes bigger and rounder.
Examples:
Inflate a tire. Inflate expense reports. She inflated the balloons for the party.
Snippet.
A small piece or brief extract of something.
Examples:
Snippet of wisdom. Code snippet. The journalist saved a snippet of the interview for later reference.
Chaff.
The husks or straw-like material that surrounds the grain seeds, often separated during the threshing process, worthless or useless parts or things.
Examples:
Separate wheat from the chaff. Soybean chaff. The professor required his students to examine the chaff in historical documents to understand the era better.
Engrave.
To carve, cut, or etch a design, message, or image onto a surface, often using a sharp tool or laser, to permanently record or mark something in a lasting manner.
Examples:
engrave initials, engrave metal. He wanted to engrave his wedding ring with their initials as a lasting symbol of their love.
Quarry.
A place where a stone or other materials are extracted from the ground, an animal or a person that is the target of hunting.
Examples:
quarry operation, quarry site. The hunter tracked down his quarry in the woods.
Monk.
A member of a religious community of men living under vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience.
Examples:
monk lifestyle, cloistered monk. The ascetic monk spent his days in prayer and contemplation in the monastery.
Monastery.
A building or complex of buildings in which members of a male religious community, called monks, live and worship.
Examples:
monastery garden, leave a monastery. This ancient monastery was founded in the 13th century and had a long history of religious devotion.
Mole.
Small velvety furred burrowing mammal having small eyes and fossorial 4 feet, a spy who works against enemy espionage, a small congenital pigmented spot on the skin.
Examples:
mole catcher, mole planted by the FBI. The mole burrowed in the ground.
Chant.
A simple melody or tune, typically one that is repeated or sung in a monotonous way. Verb, recite with musical intonation.
Examples:
chant melodies, chant in the chapel. The soccer game crowd broke into a chant of "Go, team, go!"
Terrifying.
Very frightening or intimidating.
Examples:
terrifying experience, terrifying events. Large earthquakes often generate terrifying tsunamis.
Careen.
To move swiftly and in an uncontrolled way in a particular direction.
Examples:
careen in rough seas, careens downhill. The car careened off the road and crashed into a tree.
Itinerant.
Traveling from place to place, moving from place to place.
Examples:
itinerant labor, itinerant musician. The itinerant traveler visited many countries on his journey.
Brandish.
To wave or display something, typically a weapon, in a threatening or aggressive manner, to exhibit something with pride or enthusiasm.
Examples:
brandish a wand. Brandish a gun. The robber brandished a knife and demanded money from the store clerk.
Sugary.
Having the taste, texture, or appearance of sugar, excessively sweet or cloying, overly sentimental or flattering in a way that seems insincere.
Examples:
Sugary treat. Excessively sugary. I avoid eating sugary foods to maintain a healthy diet.
Saliva.
The clear liquid that is secreted into the mouth by glands in the walls of the mouth and throat, helping to lubricate food during chewing and digestion.
Examples:
Dog saliva. Dry mouth with little saliva. The dentist asked him to spit out the excess saliva into the sink.
Touchy.
Easily offended or upset, or sensitive.
Examples:
Touchy subject. A little touchy personality. The touchy situation required careful handling to avoid further conflict.
Asphalt.
A black, sticky substance that is used to surface roads, roofs, and other structures made from a mixture of sand, gravel, and a petroleum-based material called bitumen.
Examples:
Asphalt pavement. Asphalt driveway. The road crew was laying fresh asphalt on the highway.
Orangutan.
A large long-armed ape with red-brown hair that lives in Borneo and Sumatra and has arboreal habits.
Examples:
Orangutan arm. Female orangutan. The researcher found new species of orangutan on the island.
Chew.
To crush or grind something, especially food, with the teeth and then swallow it.
Examples:
Chew each word. Chew a stick of gum. My dog loves to chew on bones.
Beetle.
A type of tropical vine, piper beetle, native to Southeast Asia, whose leaves are commonly chewed, often in combination with areca nut and slaked lime, to produce a mild stimulant effect and to cleanse the mouth.
Examples:
Chewing beetle. Beetle stain. The beetle leaf is a key ingredient in paan, a traditional Indian chew often offered at ceremonies.
Nun.
A woman who has taken religious vows and is a member of a monastic community.
Examples:
Nun habit. Meditating nun. The cloistered nun devoted her life to serving the poor and marginalized.
Pilgrim.
A person who journeys, especially a long distance, to a sacred place as an act of religious devotion.
Examples:
Shrine for pilgrims. Pilgrim site. The group of pilgrims walked in silence, deep in thought and prayer.
Nunnery.
A convent or house of nuns, a community of women who have dedicated themselves to religious life and live together under vows.
Examples:
Nunnery life. Catholic nunnery. The young woman decided to enter the nunnery to pursue a life of religious devotion.
Impermanent.
Not lasting or enduring, temporary, transitory, or fleeting.
Examples:
Impermanent tattoo. Impermanent hair color. The impermanent nature of life should remind us to cherish every moment.
Hermitage.
A secluded place where a hermit or recluse lives, a retreat or refuge from the outside world.
Examples:
Hermitage retreat. Hermitage in the woods. The writer found solace and inspiration in the peaceful hermitage tucked away in the mountains.
Inflated.
Swollen or blown up, especially with air or gas, excessively or unreasonably high.
Examples:
Inflated prices. An inflated balloon. The athlete's ego became inflated by their success.